Well, hello, my friends. Blessing and peace on you in the mighty name of King Jesus. Welcome, guys, to Third Stage Ranch in big time Glen Rose, Texas. I'm Troy Brewer, and coming at you. I don't want to say strong. Literally every Sunday after all three services and after all we do, I am just trying. I come home, I feed all my animals, and try not to go into a coma. But I typically do go to bed super early, and that's probably going to happen here tonight. I want to tell you that I thought I would get with you and just share with you and spend some time talking to you guys about some of the incredible things that God did today. And quite frankly, I needed to test on my equipment because I'm doing a God TV thing in the morning at 8 o'clock. And I thought, this would be a good thing. I've been thinking about doing this, unpacking the Sunday services whenever I get home and say, hey, man, let's talk about it. Friends, if you have a comment, hey, man, would you please comment on here? Would you please let people know that you're watching? Would you please say hello? Would you please do that? Also, if you would please like this and share this and let people know about this. This is part of our thing, guys, that we're doing. Um, Look, I'm about to just tell you about a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So I hope that you're excited and I hope that you're ready to do this. I'm looking at Ontario, Canada is already here. Man, I am so glad to see La Palma and off the coast of Morocco, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you see what happened? No, I did not. I haven't seen any of that. So I will look, Darcy. I sure will. I promise you. I see Ontario, Canada, Burlington. I see Donna Brown Tinwell. Hello, Donna. I'm so happy to see you. Amber Kennedy. Hey, man. So how was your Sunday down there? So Chris and Amber are heading up our Houston campus down there. I saw that you guys had good numbers today and looking forward to hearing your testimonies out of it. And by the way, how did the sermon come across? And all that kind of stuff. Shalom from down under. Hello, Tina. I call you blessed, man, and call you blessed. Love you and bless you and bless your amazing country and hope that you're doing well. Jerry Steele is here. Hello, Jerry. Jerry Richardson is here. Hello, Jerry. I'm so glad to see you guys. Adriel Izaguirre. He says he's from Mexico. You ain't from Mexico, man. You're as Texan as I am. I know that. He's like, well, I don't think you know it. I do know it. Trust me, I do know it. So I just thought, man, I need to unpack and just tell you guys some amazing things that happened today. And number one, I am very happy with all three services. There was several thousand people that showed up today. I was happy with the numbers. I was happy with the excitement of people. The second service I don't know how we could have got any more people in the second service. And then praise and worship, man, Pauline, gosh almighty, man. Pastor Pauline brought it, and she brought it all the way from the second that praise and worship started to the very end of it. It was spirit-filled. There was breakthrough in the house. The Spirit of God was doing amazing things. I was like, wow. In the second service, whenever we have our youth in there, I always like to stand among all of our teenagers while they're down there worshiping. And I was watching them worship, and I just started bawling. In the first service, I had all my grandkids were there, and they were worshiping the Lord with me, and that was amazing, and that was cool. But no, praise and worship was off the chain. It was just so good. And then how our production team did all the videos today was really impressive. Everybody worked so hard on that. I still have not seen the 10 talk yet. The 10 talk is the preliminary talk that Pastor AJ does 10 minutes before we do the services. I haven't reviewed any of those today. But I can tell you that the third service was completely different than the first two services today because of something amazing that happened between the second and the third service. Behind the scenes, there were some other things going on today that was amazing. I don't even know if I should say anything about this, but some person was in the building this morning whenever I got there. And that was a weird thing. And our security had to deal with this guy. And that's always an interesting thing. And then our homeless outreach was today. And our teams were dealing with the homeless outreach today, and they're reaching out to people, loving people. Our prison ministry teams were doing incredible things. They were out. We had 72 salvations last weekend on one single weekend in our prison system here from all of our prison teams. We actually have several prison teams now, and man, they're just killing it. they're just killing it. And then, of course, I meet all the first time visitors, and all these amazing things happen in the VIP room where I sign a book and give it to them. I get hate mail on that. Who does that guy think he is that anybody would want his signature? I just want to give away a free book. And I want people to leave there if they're a first time visitor going, you know what? Those are giving people. And also what's real is our church um, has thousands and thousands of people in it. And it might be years and years before I ever get a chance to meet that person. And I just don't like that. So you do pay a price for it. I'm exhausted on Sundays, but I want to tell you honestly, one of my favorite parts of the whole day, if not the favorite part, every single Sunday, is meeting all of those first time visitors in the VIP room and hearing their stories and seeing what's going on with them. One that stands out for me today was a beautiful girl. Her name is Wendy. You guys remember her name? She just left an incredibly abusive relationship after 9 years. And now that she's left that relationship, her ex will not let her see his 3 kids, and she raised those 3 kids. And she's so broken and she's so devastated. She said, please pray for me. Please pray. Please pray. I can't see my babies. And I'm like, okay, I will. I will pray for you. Another thing that stands out from the VIP room today is, gosh, there's so many things. A couple of school teachers was there and just said, hey, we keep running into kids that you guys are helping and that you're giving groceries to this family, that we keep running into these kids. And we just want to just come tell you, man, we see the difference that you're making and we thank you. I don't even know if they were believers or not. They were just good people. They were good school teachers that appreciated any help that they can get, man, because they're out there on the front lines. Our team just got another big team of people got back from a big dove hunt that we had our very first event out at Redemption Ranch over the weekend. And a guy gave me a rattlesnake tail this morning, handed it to me because he killed a rattlesnake out on my other ranch yesterday. And he brought it to me. I'm going to have it encased. I'm going to have it encased in this glass thing and all that. And yeah, it had 10 buttons on it. So it was a good sized rattlesnake. And yeah, so anyway, I thought that was cool. I don't know how many pastors got a rattlesnake tail this morning, but I got one. Right on. What do you think about that, AJ? Did anybody give you a rattlesnake tail this morning? Yeah, right on. And then guys, this crazy thing happened. Well, wait, let me also tell you this. There was between the first and the second service today in the VIP room was a lady in her late 20s that when she was right before she was a teenager, we helped her. I don't even want to. I know that she's watching right now. I've already seen her on here, and I saw her name, and I don't want to embarrass her. No, none of you guys will know who she was, but nonetheless, she didn't give me permission to tell her story. But the bottom line is, she had to be rescued, and we rescued her. And she came by church today. She told me that she follows everything that we do, and she's been watching us for years. And to say, hey, I'm a life that you rescued. I thought that was absolutely incredible. Like, wow, that's ridiculous. Like, thank you so much. And then between the second and the third service, we were in there, and what happened? There's a big line of people, and it was awesome, and it was great. And we're doing this thing, and I'm shaking everybody's hands and giving away books and hugging people and telling them I love them and all this sort of thing. And then this woman says to me, this, I don't know, she's young. I have no idea what age she is. I'd probably say late 30s. And she's beautiful. She's an Asian lady. And she says, do you know me? And I said, no, ma'am. And she said, see if you know my name. She said, my name is, oh gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired. Her last name is Benny. And anyway, she told me her name. And I was like, I don't know. It seems like I do, but I don't. And she said this: several years ago in 2018, I was in a brothel in India. She's an Indian girl that her daddy is Chinese. Of course, northern India borders China. There's China is just right on the other side there, right? And so she said, look, I'm from India. My dad is Chinese, and I do work saving girls out of brothels all over India. And she said, I was trying to rescue 2 sisters, And they were sisters. They were promised a job, and as soon as they got across, there was no job. They were taken. They were beaten. They were tortured until they were willing to submit and put into a brothel. And you have to take away all hope, all physical um, identity, all physical strength to get these girls to work in these brothels. And so they had accomplished that. She'd come across them. She was working with the mafia. They were going to let her buy these girls for $8,000. Um, and she didn't have the money, and so she started calling around. And somebody told her, "Hey, there's this crazy pastor in Texas. You can call them. They do that sort of thing all the time." And they called us. She when she called us, and she said, "I called you. You gave me the money." And I have never come and thanked you personally for it. And I want to FaceTime these girls that we rescued because they're completely out. One of them's married now. They're incredible and they're healthy and they love Jesus and they want to say thank you to you. Yep. Just God's just so good. I don't know what to tell you. So I invited her to come meet my wife and to come in there and eat with us. We eat between the second and third service in my office. And um, we were in there and she came in there and ate with us and talked with us. And finally in the third service, I said, why don't you actually Pastor AJ came in there and I said, dude, let me tell you who this lady is sitting right here. He goes, are you kidding me? I said, no. And AJ's just so smart. AJ is like, hey, why don't you not do the third service the way that you have done it and do that with her and get up there and let her tell her story. And I thought that's brilliant. So I did that. After the offering, after praise and worship, I called her up there and set her up on a stool and just interviewed her. And if you were a part of the third service, you saw that and you were a part of something so special. We taped it and we'll air it here real shortly and show it to you. But guys, it's absolutely remarkable. That lady is one of the bravest, extraordinary young ladies I think I've ever come across in my whole life. I was telling all the guys in the third service, I've been on secret squirrel stuff, and actually been in brothels to rescue little girls and all that kind of stuff. And I want to tell you, you have to be so brave, braver than I am. Um, you have to be so brave. And for her to be a vulnerable woman and going into those places and befriending these girls that are forced into prostitution and then working deals with the people with the monsters who own them. I mean, she could be totally victimized herself. Totally. And she just goes in the power of the Lord and it's really 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 impressive. Yeah, it's really impressive. I'm going to look through my notes here. But I do want to tell you this. We connected with her. She pastors a church. She and her husband pastor a church in San Diego, California. And she invited Leanna to come out and speak at her women's conference and all this. And yeah, somebody says God was clearly with her. Jill Jones Jacobs is here. And she's like, she's so stinking cute and joy. Yes, she was. And again, she sees terrible things, and yet she's just so full of victory and joy and crazy cool. Hey, here's my friend from New Zealand who pastors a church and he's part of a tribe that I've never heard of before. And it's good to see you, Pastor. I bless you. Wonder what time it is over there right now. And I call you guys blessed. Somebody saying, yeah, that it was an amazing testimony. Such a powerful, awesome sister in Christ. Yeah, guys. Yeah, it really was really, really special. It was a great day. And yeah, I see Judy Taylor is on here. Hello, Judy Taylor. I'm so happy to see you. Hello, Rose Gold. Call you Adriel. I see you, man. Pastor Jerry Sellers is on here. Wait, that ain't Pastor Jerry. This is Pastor Jerry right here. Yeah, right on. That's crazy cool. So it's good to see you, Pastor Jerry. And Tina says, hi, Pastor Troy. I love you and Pastor Leanna. I love your work. Watching you has been such a blessing to me every week. I pray that one day that I can come and visit if God is willing. I'm sure that he is willing, Tina. I'm sure that he is. Pastor Jerry and I spoke to a person that had been watching us for years and years. And it was her very first time to actually be at Open Door Church. And she said, you know what? This place is a whole lot smaller than I thought. And like, you know what? That's because our media team is doing a good job. So way to go, media guys. That was actually like, oh, that's the first time we've ever heard that. That's really good. Yeah. Now everybody thinks I'm a lot taller too, and that's something I hear every single week. Is man, I thought you'd be a lot taller, and I'm like, no, I'm not a lot taller. Leave me alone. Yeah, right on. Okay, well, I just wanted to give you guys an update, and I don't know what else I can tell you except for God really moved, and I'm really very, very, very happy with it. All my teams should be very happy with today. I talked with Pastor Kevin about Children's Church and Youth, and he was like, "Dude, it's on. People are coming from all over the United States to come to our church. Team is doing a great job.